Hey guys, I just wanted to give an update. I am finally home. Yay, praise God. The last few days have been totally unexpected and not fun, to say the least. Just to give you a short rundown, I went in for surgery on Wednesday morning, and it was supposed to be completely outpatient. I was supposed to go in, go out all together about 3 hours. And what ended up happening, I still don't know exactly what all happened. All I know is in post-op, I got out once I woke up from the anesthesia and everything. The surgeon said that the surgery went great, that there were no complications, and the one big surprise from the surgery is the surgeon she discovered that I had endometriosis, and that is probably, she said that's probably the reason why I had problems getting pregnant and keeping my pregnancies. So that was, in a way, it was kind of like one mystery that was solved. And, nobody ever knew that. I never knew I had endometriosis. And she was shocked to find it. But after that, she said everything went good otherwise. And she said now that my ovaries are removed, that the endometriosis should clear up on its own. And I was in post-op. Make a long story short, they tried to, move me to a wheelchair to get me up and moving, to try to use the restroom. And I got to the wheelchair, and everything started going I started feeling terrible. And the only thing I remember is I told the nurse, like, I don't feel good at all. And the next thing I know, I'm out. Like, it just went black. And Patrick said the blue in my eyes just completely disappeared, and it just went all black. And my head went backwards. And freaked him out, freaked all the nurses out. And the nurses freaking out made him freak out even more. And I could hear everything going on around me, but I wasn't really there. It was the weirdest feeling, 'cause I never pass out, never. So they got me in there. When they checked my blood pressure, that it had dropped to like 80 something over 30 something. And they took my blood and they checked it, and they said that I had lost quite a bit of blood. When I came in, the numbers were, and I don't know the names of all these numbers, so I'm just going to tell you what they were. But my blood was like 12 and 36. And when they checked it after surgery, it had dropped to like, I think 7 or 8 and 25, I think. And so that told them that I was probably bleeding internally, and they didn't know where. And so they kept me overnight. They kept checking my blood every few hours. And it got a little bit better. It was kind of like my blood pressure stabilized. It got back up to normal. But I still was so weak. Yesterday morning, I tried to get up and go to the restroom, and made it to the restroom, and then I started feeling it coming on me again, just walking that little bit. And I walked for like 30 or 40 minutes around the room, just real slow, and that little bit of movement wiped me out for the rest of the day. And so the doctor was really concerned about that. And so last night, they ended up bringing in 2 units of blood, and I had to have a blood transfusion because my blood wasn't getting better, and I was still really weak. And so that honestly really weirded me out. Just the idea of somebody else's blood going into my body was just like, oh, that just sounds nasty. But it was a good thing. They did the blood transfusion. I had 2 units of blood put in last night, and then they checked my blood this morning, and it hadn't improved as much as they wanted it to. It got up to like 9.3 and 26.5, which is still kind of low, but especially considering 2 units of blood. But when I got up this morning, I felt so much better. I had energy. I walked around quite a bit. I sat up in the chair quite a bit. I had my appetite back because I basically haven't eaten that much at all for the last couple days. And so I was able to eat, and I felt so much better. And the doctor checked me out, and she said, if I was bleeding internally, I wouldn't be improving like I am. I would be getting worse. And so that she didn't do another blood test because she said that pretty much tells her that I'm not bleeding internally. I do go in next Friday and get another checkup with her. She wants to keep a close eye on me, especially since, 3-hour procedure turned into 3 days in the hospital. Wasn't expected. But I am doing much better. So I'm just believing I'm just going to heal up everything else, and we're going to move forward, and it'll be good. So, not what I expected, in the hospital. This is my first bad experience. But the staff was just amazing. Everybody was great, and thank you for all your prayers. And I'm just glad to be home. I'm going to get better, and then we'll move forward. So, Just want to give you guys an update. Thanks again. Love you guys. Bye.